Absolutely amazing Hashgacha Pratis happened this morning. So we have this group called Lifted that recently began based on the first mission in Pirkei Avos, trying to spread the light of doing tovos, lifting people up by being proactively conscious about the lives around us, how we can help people, how we can help our environments. And over the last few days, we've been doing this for about 2 weeks. We've logged in approximately 2,500 tovos, helpful, good things that people have done for others, in hopefully a proactive way. And as I'm kind of going through the process of seeing what's happening as we're collecting these tovos, I've started to think to myself, how do I increase it exponentially for the people that are already in it? So yesterday I thought I could put Tehillim on the group for people to say. That's a quick tova. That's the right mindset. This morning, I was thinking to myself, what's something that I need to work on that is a tova that I could hypothetically, like I could have a lot of these tovos. So I thought to myself, bringing people smiles. And that doesn't come supernaturally to me. I'm a little bit more of a gedvurdik person when it comes to my expressions. My mom always says to me, like, you got to smile more. And it's hard for me. So I thought to myself, you know what? That's what I should work on. I should work on bringing people smiles. After I thought of that idea, I went and I shared it with my wife. And I was thinking to myself, okay, so that's going to be one of my main goals of the day. How many smiles can I bring to people today? That'll be like, so to speak, my focus, the Tova focus of the day for me. And I thought about putting it onto the girls and boys groups as kind of like, this is my goal for today. What's going to be yours? I didn't yet post it because I was taking care of my youngest child. He's 2.5 years old. And when we were in the kitchen, he started to have a tantrum. Normally what I do when he has a tantrum is I bring him up to his room and I put him on his bed and I say to him, you're going to have to stay here until you're ready to listen. And that process can take some time. And I never really know how to deal with it. So we're sitting there. I'm standing there, standing, moving around, trying not to get stressed out, trying to just kind of like, wait until he calms himself back down. And, I tried all the more, strict ways of not looking at him, telling him he's going to have to stay on his bed until he's ready to do what he's supposed to do. And then all of a sudden, I was like, wait a second. The energy I'm giving is very severe. I don't know if it's mean, but it's severe. And that's what he's seeing on my face. And I calmed myself down and I tried to kind of like get into a state of chesed, of kindness and of love. And I looked at him in the eyes and I smiled. And I can't say that it was like the most genuine, big act of smile and sweetness and warmth, but I smiled at him while he was crying and upset. And when I smiled at him, I thought he was going to get even more upset at me. But it was real, meaning I meant to smile at him. I said to him, it's going to be okay. I smiled at him. And I couldn't believe it. Like that. Once he noticed my smile, he smiled back and he looked at me and said, okay, I listen. And he started to listen, and the rest of the morning went spectacularly. Amazing, right? So first it came to my mind, this is something I need to work on, bringing people smiles. That'll be my tova of the day. And my son's tantruming. And I noticed, I'm in this place of restriction, isolation, like I'm going to wait till he gets better. I'm going to be, serious. This is not okay, the way that you're behaving. You shouldn't hit. You shouldn't kick. And all of a sudden I realized, wait a second, that's the energy I'm giving him. I'm giving him severity. He's giving it back to me. I got to lighten up. And I wasn't even thinking about what I said earlier that day. And I started to feel a little more calm, a little more tranquil. And I said, oh, you know what? I should probably smile at him. I thought the smile was going to bring back some sort of more tension. But no, the smile brought kindness. It was amazing. It was amazing. He smiled back at me. I brought him a smile, and it changed the whole day. I brought him a smile by smiling at him. Amazing. And then after I helped my wife get him out to the car, I came back inside, and I saw this video about Omer Shem Tov, a recently released captive.
I think, we're waiting for him to sort of open up slowly and respect his privacy and not ask questions. But it has been a roller coaster of emotions waiting for him. We never lost faith as a family. We're very optimistic, and I think that's what kept Omer going as well. I think he is a very optimistic boy. He actually kept a notebook in captivity where he wrote a saying, at the very top of a page that, it translates to give a smile. Everything that happens is for the good. So he maintained his optimism, and we maintained our optimism, and I believe we transmitted that towards each other throughout his time in captivity.
I mean, how profound to journal that every day amidst the darkness.
So today, my goal is to bring more smiles to more people than I would normally. That's my tova of the day. If you're interested, for some reason you've seen this and you want to join the Lifted Project and you want to commit yourself to doing good things, helpful things for other people, somehow message me, figure out a way to get into the group. And we can't wait to hear the positivity proactively that you're bringing to the world around you, and especially the things that are choices that you're making that are, on a new level from what you did the previous day. We're supposed to greet every person with a bright, smiling countenance. And it's not always the easiest thing to do, but it's good and it's special. The Baal Shem Tov says, since his name is Shem Tov, the Baal Shem Tov says that when you're in a state, when you're in a circumstance of severity, if you yourself become severe, you're only increasing the severity in the world. You're drawing the energy of Hashem of severity. So instead, if you want to change the energy, if you want to change the circumstance, you bring chesed, you bring the energy of kindness and love and warmth to that situation, and that will open up the gates of kindness and warmth within what was severe. It will transform the environment. So there's my last smile. My mom will love this. I don't know if there was ever a video where I smiled, and I hope that Hashem will give me more and more smiles to share with other people, and that people will share smiles with me.